Welcome to the Anxiety Attic, where I make self-help videos for anxiety disorders. Today I'm talking about exercise. There's no doubt that exercise is good for anxiety. In fact, a systematic review of 15 studies into the effects of exercise on anxiety concluded that aerobic exercise is effective in the treatment of patients with clinically raised anxiety. But many people who suffer anxiety have a fear of exercise. So in this video I'm going to give you some tips for overcoming exercise anxiety. Fear of exercise is often linked to anxiety disorders like health anxiety, panic disorder, social anxiety, and OCD. People who suffer with health anxiety may fear that exercise could bring on a heart attack or stroke. They're also very tuned into every sensation in their body. When they notice an increased heart rate during exercise, they may misinterpret it as a sign of something being wrong. When anybody starts exercising, they are likely to get some aches and pains afterwards. This is completely normal. But people with health anxiety may worry that these pains are symptoms of a serious illness. Their fear is driven by an underlying belief that they are not in good health, and they have an exaggerated sense of the risk of illness. Panic disorder is very similar, but the main fear is that the exercise will trigger a panic attack. This is because exercise increases heart rate and body temperature, and people with panic disorder associate these with panic attacks. People with social anxiety may fear being judged by others when exercising, or feel it's just something that they can't be good at. For people with OCD, there can be many reasons why they avoid exercise. It may be a fear of something terrible happening, a fear of contamination, or doing something that they deem inappropriate. So, what can you do about a fear of exercise? Well, whatever the nature of the anxiety driving the fear of exercise, you have to address the underlying belief. The belief drives the thoughts that prevent you from exercising, and these beliefs are reinforced by your behaviours. Let's take panic disorder as an example. People with panic disorder often believe that being hot causes panic attacks, because at the start of a panic attack they often feel themselves getting warmer. By the way, I explain why this happens in this video here. So they go to great lengths to keep themselves cool by keeping windows open, even in the winter, or using fans and water sprays. These behaviours reinforce the belief that being hot causes panic attacks, and they become very sensitive to changes in body temperature, and so the belief becomes self-fulfilling because changes in heat become a panic attack trigger. So it's necessary to reduce these behaviours and start to practice accepting heat. In my series of videos for overcoming panic attacks, I show you how to desensitize, and a gradual increase in exercise is something that you could include in the desensitization process. If you're also agoraphobic, meaning you can't leave home, there is no reason why you can't exercise at home, whether it's a fitness video from YouTube or just playing basketball or soccer in your garden. For people with health anxiety, you need to challenge the thoughts that stop you exercising. You can do this using the Health Anxiety Thought Record, which I sometimes use in my health anxiety videos. The form is freely available from a website called getselfhelp.co.uk. There's a link in the description. Use this form to help you rationalise when you are getting thoughts about why you shouldn't exercise, or thoughts about what the natural aches and pains after exercising might mean. You will also find several videos about challenging thoughts in my health anxiety playlist. When you do exercise, treat it as an experiment. Write down what you feared would happen, and then reflect afterwards what actually happened. Did you have a heart attack? Did the aches and pains go away after a few days? Again, you'll find videos about behavioural experiments in my health anxiety playlist, and a link to the behavioural experiment form in the description. If it's social anxiety or being self-conscious that is stopping you from exercising, you can of course exercise at home. But it would be better to exercise around others, because this gives you a chance to disprove the beliefs that are driving your social anxiety. Many gyms will let you look around before you join. You don't have to immediately sign up. Just tell them that you have others to look at before you decide. What you will see on a tour of any gym is a wide range of people, all sorts of shapes and sizes and different ages, and plenty of people looking red-faced and sweaty. The other thing that you'll notice is that no one is paying attention to any other people, so they're not likely to be judging you. The staff will show you how to use the gym equipment, and if you're concerned about panic attacks or another anxiety disorder, tell the staff. Anxiety disorders are actually really common. Most people know someone with an anxiety disorder, so they'll not be surprised or think it's weird. But whatever type of anxiety is causing you to avoid exercise, the most important thing is to just do it. Start slowly at first, even if it's just going for a walk. After exercise, always reflect. Did what you fear would happen come true? Did you die? Did you end up in hospital? How did you feel after exercise? Maybe you had another panic attack, but did you survive it? Another tip is try not to use any safety behaviours when exercising. So no wearing heart monitors to check your heart is not going too fast, as this just reinforces the belief that there is something wrong with your heart. So when you feel your heart speeding up, instead of looking at your Fitbit, smile, feel those endorphins, reframe that fast heart rate as something good, something exciting. Any sort of exercise is good, but exercise that requires concentration is ideal for people who focus on their anxiety symptoms. If you are sat on an exercise bike, it's very easy for your mind to drift back to your anxiety. But if you're learning to ice skate or learning a martial art, or even just trying to throw a basketball into a hoop, then it's much easier to forget about your anxiety for a while. Developing a skill can also be very rewarding and will make you feel good about yourself. Exercise may initially trigger your anxiety, but if you persevere, you will feel healthier, happier, and less anxious. I hope you have found this video useful. If you suffer from panic attacks, you may want to check out this 6-video series on how to overcome panic attacks. If you suffer from social anxiety, check out my social anxiety playlist.